And then
The Titans of Takeover.
the Titans of Takeover. Let me have a look here. Ah, oh, that's how it
Oh, I'm
looks.
liking the
Okay.
little page turny thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
I know.
actually turning the page.
Yeah, it's pretty sexy. Oh, archive.org is one of the best. It's, if it gets destroyed like they want, it's such a terrible thing. So it will be such a terrible thing. I'm going to read from here and just explain what the next case after that case was for him. With the successful conclusion of the Jewish dentist case. I don't know what that means. What does a Jewish dentist look like? You're not going to answer that question. Flom, Flom became a firm believer in waging a broad-based campaign for his client, not merely relying upon legal techniques. It was demonstrated in August 1978 in Occidental Petroleum's takeover bid of Mead Corporation. Mead, represented by Joe Flom, was determined to resist a takeover attempt using maximum publicity against Occidental Petroleum as a major weapon, sensing that a legal strategy could profitably be combined with good public relations. Flom turned to PR specialist Gershon Kext, and the Kext. Let me up. Ah, no, it's stop doing this. I don't like this page turning thing. Okay, stop. Oh no, which way
You've
was
got
it
to zoom
now?
out. You've got to zoom
Ah,
out. There
no,
you
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna zoom out. You cannot make me zoom out. Two men waged a vigorous battle against Occidental Petroleum. Calling in Stanley Pottinger, a Washington attorney, Flom decided to publicize some alleged misconduct on Occidental's part to weaken the company's public image. Included were illegal campaign contributions to re-elect President Nixon, which Pottinger was working. I mean, so dirty. These people are so dirty, though. So Flom's working with Pottinger, and they're releasing like Nixon era information. Dirty, rotten bastards. Illegal bribes given to foreign officials. And again, this is a different case. Illegal bribes given to foreign officials comes up. And potential liabilities which Occidental subsidiaries, Hooker Chemical, faced for polluting Love Canal. That sentence. Sorry, I'm going to have to read this sentence again. Because this sentence might actually be the best sentence in the world ever.
It
So
says
here we go.
hooker chemical followed by polluting a love canal.
Yeah, wait, let's go back. Included were illegal campaign contributions to re-elect President Nixon, illegal bribes given to foreign officials, and potential liabilities which Occidental's subsidiary, Hooker's Chemical, faced for polluting Love Canal. Hooker Chemical. I don't know what's happening here anymore. I think we may have entered into the Twilight Zone.
He polluted my love canal.
The hooker chemical. Wow. Okay. So anyway, not to get
That's what you
distracted
get when
by
you're
that.
dealing with hookers. You know, they're going to pollute your love canal.
Yeah, you're going to be left with some strong stuff on you.
It's what you get when you're dealing with Stanley Pottinger, I tell you. You'll get some stuff on you if you're not careful.
If you think about it, he's kind of a prostitute of sorts for hiring out his services.
Oh yes, he is. Yes, he is. We'll get to some of those. These actions were considered relevant to the tender offer since Occidental planned to pay Mead stockholders in Occidental stock. The public relations barrage worked. On December the 20th, Occidental withdrew its tender offer. That's its tender offer to take over Mead. Now, really important things. I think this is 1979 that this is happening. And that's December the 20th. This is just before some massive events in the world of Stanley Pottinger and he's working for some real dodgy people. He's gifted. He is a gifted legal expert. He knows how to get the most guilty person out of the most obvious, guilty of the most obvious crime. He knows how to get them all out of it. He knows how to get everybody out of it. But that... Let's go back to the Times machine.
I can only imagine what the case of the Jewish dentist must have been.
Wow, yeah. none of the teeth were kosher. I don't know what that means. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere, I'm sure.
The Jewish tooth fairy
The Jews
steals the
man.
money.
Oh, how? What? That's what. Isn't that what
No,
the
no,
theories
no,
do
no.
anyway? No. It is. That's a great. That is actually. It's probably already a joke in a book that you can't buy on British shelves. New York Times. How is Occidental run? And so this is at the time. You read that a bit in the book, gives you a bit of an idea of what happened. So 1979, this is February 1979. How is Occidental run? And Judith Miller reports from Washington, February the 12th. The 5-month multi-million-dollar battle successfully waged by Mead Corporation to fend off an attempted acquisition by the Occidental Petroleum Corporation has brought to light information that has touched off federal and state investigations of the business practices of Occidental and its chief executive office, Armand Hammer. Have you ever heard of Armand Hammer before? Armand Hammer is an extremely interesting figure in history. He's extremely rich man, owns a lot of stuff, and one of the things he owns is Occidental Petroleum. Now, around the same times, is also stories that Pottinger tells in other places about Armand Hammer being on his knees in a hotel room while Russians are threatening him and bribing him.
And filling his love canal.
And probably filling his love canal. Armand Hammer is a bit of a dirty one. And it seems to be what happened with this is Armand Hammer and Occidental decided that they were going to beat him up there. Dr. Armand Hammer, sorry. They were going to take over Mead, and Mead was this little company in comparison, a forest products company it's described as. I don't know what that means. It was like, we don't want to be taken over by you, and they were really hostile about it, so they fought it off, and they used Pottinger and the gang to fend them off, and they did it really successfully, because basically Occidental has loads and loads of skeletons in the closet, and they just went and put skeletons. Something was said in the court, in the actual I'm not sure if it'll be in it's the same article. It's probably all going to be the same article. Yeah, there you go. It's all going to be me saying the same article. Ooh, look at these guys.
Here they are.
These guys look good. I don't even know what
The usual
these guys are
suspects.
about. Yeah. These guys are nothing to do with me. No, that guy's nothing to do with me. And that guy, well, I can't. Obviously, that's quite hard to have saved. Anyway, so what was happening with Pottinger and his legal firm and Mead was really clever. He went in and basically fended off a takeover by a much bigger beast with a guy at the head, Dr. Armand Hammer, who was a very powerful, very well-connected businessman. And it was like, David Goliath type nonsense. But what had been discovered is that if you brought in the right compliance officers and integrity checkers, they would soon discover a lot of things. And that's what he did between about 1978 1979. He started making money doing that, but he was also investing in other things, and that we're going to get into very much so